Good morning. We are going back into this THREE.js Lite-Brite game. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Let's pull up the Twitch chat. Exactly. And there it is. And then we'll pull up the YouTube chat. Oh god, I forgot I still don't have my keyboard working. This is gonna be fun. Hey, I'm gonna have to fix that right now. Alright. Yeah. BRB. Got my replacement keyboard. Got my replacement keyboard. Let me go plug it in. There we go. Nice slow start to this Monday morning. All right. God, I wish that dog would shut up. Let me move the bad keyboard out of the way. All right. Excuse me. think I need none of this because I did a change on another computer. So that means I gotta fetch the origin. Oof. God, that dog stopped. Might not be able to continue. The dog keeps going. Got pretty bad ADD. I'm gonna power through it though. Can power through it. Just sucks though. Alright, let me pull up that YouTube chat. That sweet, sweet YouTube chat. Move it over here today. Nah, I got some zones. Some pre-designated zones for when I'm in the zone. There goes one. There goes two. All right. Visual Studio Code, please. And I only need one of these. And it's going to be this one. This doesn't quite look like the right code, though. I don't know where I'm at with this, to be honest. Let's go Reveal in File Explorer. Gotta run it in the PHP server. I may have some unstashed changes on the other computer, and if so, I may just have to go grab them real quick. Ooh, that's strong. Oh no, this is good. All right. So here's what I have so far. Can't see it too good, but it's a board, and it's got lights on it. Right now you can pick the color of it, and it's going in a circle. We're going to add other patterns in later. But the biggest problem I have with this right here is how dark it is. On the other screen, it didn't appear to be so dark. So if I bump up the ambient light, that should take care of that, I think. And then also, I'm not. Sometimes I look at that and I perceive that as light, but other times I look at it and I just perceive polygons over black, which is what I think it is. So try to find a little bit way to make it a little bit look a little bit better. But the first thing is to increase the ambient light, which is none right now. So let's see if we can just add it in. See if is that simple. There we go. Yeah, no. Like, I can kind of see it, but kind of see it's not really good enough, I don't think. Let's see. So that wasn't the answer. Adding the ambient light. Let's see what happens when I take away the fog node. Is it going to appear to be more clear? Not really. No, that still looks pretty. Can't see it to me. What else do we got? I know we have some kind of light somewhere that's being added by default, I believe. Position, add circle of light. Doesn't actually look like we're adding any light. Ah, yeah, here it is, the soft light. Okay. So what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to increase the intensity of this soft light, or the power, I guess. Let's just double it. Yeah, there we go. Let's make it a little bit more dramatic than that. Let's go 500. For my soft light. There we go. Nice and soft. And it's up above. I can't really see below. Let's see. Yeah, we got it going up by 5. I still think up is Y in this context. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. And I think that it's prudent and relevant to make it to where the user can change the light in this game. I could definitely see where I would want to upper and lower the light. But for now, that's pretty good. I'll just commit that. Nice, easy commit for the first one of the day. So we'll say adjust the lighting. Okay. The next thing you'll notice is that if you remember back to when you were a child and you had this Lite-Brite game, there weren't little spheres sticking out of it. It didn't look like spheres, I'm sure. They looked like little pegs when they were sticking out. So we got to make them look like pegs. And easiest way to do that probably is just to make it into a cylinder and then turn it on its side. Right? So let's do that. I'm going to put on some music though first. Let's see. I'm going to stream music. And I'll start with the Chiller Gamer. Yes. Alright. So, yeah. We're going to figure out how to make these spheres into cylinders, and it shouldn't be too hard. So back in the code, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. A little bit wider. A little bit stronger. Beefier. So let's look for the cylinder. Is that how you spell cylinder? Oh, no. We're looking for sphere. Right, we're looking for sphere geometry. Let's fix this little, what's going on there. Alright, the next geometry that we'll need is going to be a cylinder geometry. Cylinder, I learned recently. Cylinder. And naively, very naively, I'll start naively at first because it's easy as a control, you know, scientific experiment. You know, you have a control and it helps you determine what you're changing, kind of. And then we have the sphere geometry, which is going in here in the mesh of the light. So let's give that a little comment. And Copilot knows what we're trying to do. Okay. Now let's see what kind of outcome that has. Okay. First impression, pretty good. Second impression, not quite the right size. That's okay. Third impression. There should definitely be more light coming off of these, and the light should be reflecting kind of off of the board. I feel like right now, yeah, like I said, it's just colors on the board. But let's fix the shape and orientation of the cylinders. So shape is first, I think. These numbers are way off somehow. They look pretty okay though, except for this 16. I'll change that to a 1 and see if that changes things. I don't think it will. Oh, it has. Okay, maybe not such a dramatic change then. I don't know what that argument represents. I think it has something to do with unwrapping. But I'm not sure. Heck is it? Oh, there it is. So I'll go 12 now. 12. Okay, now it's no change. Okay. 8. Okay, still nothing. Okay, whatever. I just want to make them like much smaller. Yeah. 1 on that? Yeah, no, 1 is way too long. We'll go 0.3. Alright, starting to do a little bit better with that. 0.3 is still way too long. It's going to have to come in at 0.05 or something like that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alright, now instead of doing the circle, we'll do just the point for now. And now the rotation. I believe it's gonna have the same rotation. Maybe not. Hold on. I'll just test it first. That's the right rotation right there. Sweet. Got it. Alright, yeah, obviously those dimensions leave a little bit to be desired. I'd say that's like 0.5. Length might be good. Let's see. Yeah. Let's make it a little bit longer at 0.1. What am I saying? Double as long. Nice. Yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. Let's give it the ability to draw the circle again. Nice. I could see it blooming a little bit. Or it appears to be blooming. It could just be my eyes like squinting and hoping for a bloom. but I want to add a bloom effect in more so than what already is. This is a web GPU renderer, which I sadly found out they don't really support post processing in THREE.js web GPU renderer. So we might have to figure out. We might have to talk about that. I was thinking maybe I could just add a slight blur with like CSS. What would that do? Because I mean, isn't this all just in the end of in the end, isn't this all just kind of like HTML almost? Hey Prash, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, so this is good. I do like the dimensions of the pegs. A couple of other things, but this is a good commit, I think. So let's see what we got. Let's see, cylinder geometry. Yeah, okay. I'm going to spell this right this time. Cylinders with an E. Okay, perfect. English is a weird language. Okay. So that's the pegs. Awesome. Now, one thing you'll notice is that these are scattered and they're not in a fixed geometry. And Lite-Brite is obviously in a fixed geometry. That's something I'm going to address a different time when I probably have more time. I'm not going to do it now. One thing I can do probably very quickly, though, is make it to where this doesn't happen. And if it's outside of the bounds of the board, it won't try to put lights on it. So let's do that. So let's see, we've got this add light here, and we'll name this as it doesn't make much sense, but boundary object. And then we'll start by creating an if statement. And we'll say if position dot distance to boundary object is less than 1. I think we're going to do a return null. So if that does what I think it does, then it'll make it to where nothing can be within 1 of our bounding object. Yeah, no. Yeah, we got to give it a little bit more prompting. I like how loyal it is. It'll just keep misspelling things. Like, oh, we've been misspelling boundary our whole lives. Man, I can't type. There we go. Boundary. I cannot spell. Spelling is not programming. There we go. Console error, light position outside of boundary object. About HTMX. HTMX is perfectly excuse me, is a perfectly good declarative library. Not for scripting, obviously. Perfectly good for declarative. I see it as a fine replacement for like React. It depends on what you're doing, Prosh. I think HTMX is pretty simple, so I wouldn't see why not you would want to just quickly learn it. You know, if you have a use case for it in the future, then you know about it, then you know it could only benefit you. HTMX is pretty cool. I looked at it a little bit. I like that you don't have to use any JavaScript. JavaScript can be pretty frustrating. Anyway, back to the JavaScript. So this should be preventing me from building my lights outside of the boundary. It's not. It is there. Look, it is on the side. Just not the top. And I think the bottom works as well. So why the top is not working? So at top we have the boundary object z, boundary object parameters height times, so minus the height. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. Let's get it from the subtracting the height and see if it's going to fix it. Maybe we should be adding the height. I don't think so though. We'll see. Just test it. Bad at styling. What should you do? What I was bad at styling. I still am bad at styling. There's a lot of pre-packaged components that you can use if you need to do something quick. But if you're bad at something, then the best thing to do is to become good at it, especially if it's something that you face in life a lot. If you are a person that is secure about your intelligence and is ready to learn things, then you should be able to take it head on, even if it's painful, you know? Okay. Let's see. I should avoid things, is what I'm saying. Alright. Did that do anything? Kinda. More, I'm just noticing that a lot of my clicks just don't even work. Kinda sucks. I moved my setup. Yeah, I don't know. I move it a lot because, like right now, I'm standing up because I got too big in the waist area, so now I have to stand up all day and not collapse my back, kind of. But it hurts, kind of. Gotta make sure I'm doing it right. So yeah, I move my setup a lot just based on whatever happens to my body, I guess. Yeah, this is not working the way I wanted it to. For one thing, like sometimes I'm clicking and it ain't working. I think it's this side maybe. There's areas of here that are dead and they should not be dead. And I think that might be attributable to my little thing I just did. Did I add that to... Where did I even add that? Yeah, there it is. Was it even on? Is it even working? I don't know. I'm taking it out. We got the pegs working, and that's basically all we did, didn't we? But there, yeah, see now, I don't have dead zones anymore, which is cool. I'm cool with that. Figure out how to do the boundaries in another time, I suppose. But I mean, the scaling of the object is probably the real issue, and that's a deeper issue. So, yeah. I guess there's probably enough time, maybe, to try to make a cube map image. I don't know if you noticed, but it's pretty empty here. But I was thinking of putting a like a galaxy as the background. Pretty sweet, right? And the way that we do that is we create a cube map, or there's one that already exists. And there is one that already exists. I know that. For the sake of time, why don't we preload that one? Because it is kind of involved. let's see what we got. This is actually it right here. This is the cube map image. Let's see if there's any more. So all of these right here are cube map images, and I have my eye on Milky Way right now. Now we got Park. This what do you call? Outdoor area. Pisa. It's like a HDR images. It's pretty sweet. Angus. That's like a museum, I think. Alright. Milky Way looks pretty sweet. Is Django worth it to learn? I'd say Django is pretty worth it to learn. If you're familiar with Python, you know, Django's a perfectly great way to get a web server going, and like an application server API, I believe. And then I think that there are database platforms that integrate definitely a very good platform to learn. But for me, you know, instead of Django, I would probably, like if I was starting out, for instance, I'd be probably focusing on PHP, something else like that. I definitely wouldn't intentionally like aim for Django or whatever. You don't want to. I don't think that little kids grow up and aspire to be Django developers. You know what I mean? So it's just a means to an end. Prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is interesting. I mean, it's definitely a new type of programming. It's definitely important to know if you're going to use a large language model, it's important to know how to use a large language model. And you can't just be like, oh, you know, I tried it once and it doesn't work because I tried it once and it didn't work. You can't do that. I you know, I don't know if I told you guys this, but at work they installed this new crazy network policy that, in a nutshell, made it to where I can't use Copilot anymore, which is the AI programmer thing where you get it with your with Visual Studio Code, and it sucks, dude. It sucks. It's like it makes me feel dumb. Like I kind of just changed the whole way that I code. Like even right here, like I'll just sit here and wait for the thing to reply or whatever with a code suggestion, just without even thinking about it. And when it doesn't work anymore, it takes a lot of getting used to. So I'm probably going to be taking some time to train myself in both ways. Okay, so the cube map that I want to add from here is the Milky Way cube map. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the cube map real quick. In the future, are you going to make playlists or tutorials, merging or trending text? I'm going to be honest, I don't much enjoy making tutorial videos. I think that, you know, the way that I feel about it is there are some people that are very good at making tutorial videos, and it's a very involved process that requires a lot of editing and all this stuff. And this is sort of like my hobby and my side work, I guess. But yeah, no, I mean, I probably will. Just got to find the right, like, for instance, my youngest is going to start going to school next year, so I'll have a lot more time to do stuff like that. So probably, you know, maybe soon start up with the tutorials again. Also editing my stream videos too. That's something that I could really benefit from. But I've kind of just taken a break from that just because I kind of got burnt out on it, on the video grind. It's a tough grind. It is a tough grind. And having kids and stuff, man, it's, yeah, no problem. I'm always, you know, I'll always be open about stuff like that. I'm happy. I really do, like, you know, I want to make the tutorials. I want to make videos that are helpful to you guys and everything. But at the same time, there are so many tutorials and stuff that are out there. I think you guys will be fine without my tutorials. But I will make them again because, I mean, they got me, like, I got a bunch of subscribers and stuff, especially from the freaking AI, the videos where I talk about AI. That's insane. I got like 100 subscribers from that one video. That's insane. If I were chasing that, then I should chase that. Anyway, totally near here nor there. Neither here nor there. Alright, so I got my Milky Way. I just want to move it into my folder where I have my textures in my Lite-Brite, and then be able to use it. I think I'm going to pick up on that next time, though, because it's kind of getting late. Appreciate you guys joining, and what is it? Like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, do all that stuff. There is, let's see, I got one more question, Prash. The case is, I don't want to learn tutorials, but I want to learn. Probably you will understand. Yeah, dude. No, tutorials suck. Honestly, the only way to learn for real, like, watch a few tutorials, but you have to, like, be disciplined with yourself and make yourself sit down. Like, I watched a few tutorials on this Next.js, and now I'm here trying to make not a complex video game, not something very complex, but something very simple in my mind that I can visualize and try to execute, and that's what I'm here doing. So that's what I recommend. The same for you. Okay, that's all the time that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, probably very soon. Okay, bye.